Hey family, welcome back to the Future Bodybuilding Podcast. I am your host, Cut Nice 50, and this is Check In with Coach Travis. What we're discussing today is the Liver King drama. Whew, it's a whole lot to discuss, man, and I got a different viewpoint from it. The story was broke by my guy, Derrick More Plates, More Dates. You looking on internet anywhere, you're gonna see all kind of stories and videos getting made about this guy, the Liver King, who claims to be natural and have a ancestry life. He got a supplement company and stuff like that. But he's racking up over the natty persona is what I call it. But I got a different viewpoint from it, man. Just thinking about it. This guy is pretty much an actor. He's not nobody besides the social media aspect. He just pretty much getting on the scene 2 years. Personally, myself, I look at this guy and I think his physique can be achieved naturally. It is people out there with great genetics. You got strength, great standpoints, but he doesn't have a big structure to me. I just look at him like he has a little bit of muscle, great abs, stuff like that. But he's not overly shredded. He's not in Mr. Olympia bodybuilding standards. He's not going out there winning no pro shows and stuff like that. So, I think his physique can be done natty. Now, he's not doing it the way he says with this ancestry life and stuff like that. But think about it. If he's claiming to be working out 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day, I can understand it because I done did it. So I'm thinking you can gain that physique, but it's not sustainable long time. Besides you being in a deficit of meals forever, pretty much. Almost 365 a day. I tried to start this workout, but I'm on shift is what it's 12:45. I'm watching Titan. We're taking shifts in there, and he just turned 6 weeks, so he requiring a lot of attention. But we're gonna get into a whole lot, man. All right, number one. Hey, I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Let's get into it. Derrick More Plates, More Dates. Broke the story. I'm gonna just tell you how I feel about it. This morality, I didn't like the way he broke it. Should he broke it? Yes, but it's a certain way. I think as a coach myself, when it comes to confidentiality, if somebody asks you, hey, to keep this private and stuff like that, it's pretty much off records. It's no reason why I would give out their information, period, ever. Um, so with that being said, the way he broke it, I think, oh my God, everybody who pretty much is on point saying the same thing. The morality clause that you don't leak nobody or talk about anybody personal information. Now, if you was going to present it, you can present the information, but not providing nobody full first and last name in the email. You could have redacted that part. You can redact a lot of the information saying that came across your desk, and still presented the information that you got, but not just giving out emails and stuff like that which was confidential. So my guy, Coach Greg, he talked about it and said he didn't really care for it. My guy Johnny Shree, he didn't care for it. Kenny KO, he didn't pretty much care for the way it was conducted, and he would have broke the story also, but nobody bodybuilding the BS. Nick, I mean, he wouldn't have broke it that way. So if he was a coach or a nutritionist like myself, when it comes to your clients or customers or people who are looking for services, that's this story hurts us because now nobody's going to be able to, trust in somebody like a coach or something like that. So there's going to be a lot of backlash from this. Um, and I think my guy John DeShree made a point that he can kind of redact it and like somebody else broke it. They emails, they hacked them, they leaked this information or whatever the case for jealousy or whatever you can say it. But like I was saying before, man, when I look at this guy, I don't see a bodybuilding physique. I see a guy with a good physique. I think you can achieve it naturally. Just years of training and stuff like that, strict eating and dieting. If you are not or eating out this old food and fried foods and stuff like that, man. But that's not being the case. Even he's not responding. Just look at him. Just say, if he was on everything he said, that's fine. It doesn't affect me. I don't even follow the guy. I don't know too much about him. I know he was a social media influencer who came on the scene a couple of years ago. um, the ancestry diet. I see the advertising, I see stuff like that. But do I believe it? No, because I know nutrition, I know the body, I know doing working out twice a day, 6 days a week, and he got a strict diet. It is some people out there who can do it and look even better than this guy. But just look at him, his legs is not the best. So that's why I can give it like, okay, he could have worked hard and he got a good build of muscle. If you're not eating out, people, um, and you're on a strict regimen, let's say a year or so, I believe you can achieve this physique, even with the drugs and stuff that he was on or claimed to be on. Um, I believe his physique ain't up to par, because he's not doing a heavy lifting. He's not in no bodybuilding type shape. He's lean, but he's not that lean. He's not 3, 6% and stuff like that. Maybe at a time, and people who follow him and watch his content, maybe he did get in that contest shape. But currently, in some of the videos that I've seen, it's nothing that stands out to me like overbearing. Like this guy can jump on the Olympia stage and win a pro show. It's nothing like that. But um, yes, he did look good. I know it was a lot of criticism about his ab implants and stuff like that. But I'd look at him just like I looked at all these other actors and stuff like that. He's just an actor. Um, if he's the owner of the company that make millions of dollars, it's a smart business move if that's what you're gonna call for. And claim to be natty. He got a lot of publicity and stuff like that. People doing content on him, and his name gonna be relevant for years to come. With that being said, I never judge nobody for doing whatever the heck case they had to do. Most of these top actors, and I know myself, I think you can achieve it. Like I say, that body naturally. I look at my own self, but I do have flaws. I have imbalances. My lower body ain't up to par as my upper body. But what's that guy named Chad, who coached Big Ramy? I was looking at his kids. He got a 16-year-old benching over 500 something pounds at 16, who just has natural high testosterone. I know myself at a young age, I was naturally strong. I never really even worked out, just push up, sit up, stuff like that. But once I did start working out, my strength jumped through the roof. I done bench 500, 600 pounds naturally. 42 plus years naturally. Can you sustain it? Not. I think age, nobody, I don't care who you are, is going to be able to fight for the time too long and sustain that physique. My physique is not like theirs, but I even been doing research because there's certain compounds that I don't think that's too dangerous or harmful for your body. And doing research for the last couple of years, like TRT, which is legal, a couple other antibiotics or stuff like that, which is legal. But like I say, a lot of that stuff get too expensive, so it ain't for people who come from where I come from and stuff like that. Mostly competitive bodybuilders, even the women take stuff, um, which is not too detrimental to their health per se, but you don't need too much to go from, I guess, amateur to pro. Now going to the top of the game as a Mr. Olympia, that's when it's get tricky. But as far as having a nice, good looking physique, I don't think it takes too much. It's not overbearing or impossible to think that you can achieve a nice physique naturally. That's just ridiculous when I hear people saying that they don't think so. And I think that's because they never seen it, maybe. But you look online, you see all these 16, 15 years old um, breaking strength records and all this other stuff, or tested. Um, I when I first started bodybuilding a couple of years ago, I thought you can do it naturally, and that's just me being a personal trainer, 20 plus years, a nutritionist at that time, 10 years or so. I knew the body, and I knew that I was naturally strong, and especially when I played football, I never thought about antibiotics or nothing like that, or even interested in researching it. So as far as like NPC and amateur division, I didn't think that people would be using anything to enhance their physique, and they're not pro. That's just my mindset. But once I got to competing, I realized that that ain't the case, and most of these guys are trying to go pro. They've been abused and stuff like this for years. So like I say, this Liver King guy, he's not Ronnie Coleman. If you look back at his physique, that was naturally, and it was ridiculous. He was a hyper responder, and look at what happened after he started using. So I go to him, and Keon Pearson is another great example who got classic physique pro and was on the Olympia stage. I forgot what he placed, either fifth place or something like that, or fourth place, but he was winning pro shows naturally. But you can tell the difference in their physique. He had a great physique, more than the average person, but these are only one and two out of 500 million people, 300 million people, whatever else with great genetics, who took the time. He ate right. He diet. Once you learn how to utilize your body, man, you can do some amazing things. So for me, that's what I look at it when I see nutrition, fitness, and combining in a strict regimen. I know it's possible to achieve whatever kind of body type you want to achieve naturally. But I also not ignorant to the fact that a lot of people do abuse these anabolics and stuff like that. And claim to be natural. Like I'm pretty sure. I look at who the Rock physique. I know he's getting older and bigger and better and all that they say, but he doesn't have a bodybuilding physique. I mean, is he taking something? It's not illegal supplements he taking, just like this liverking guy who's claiming to take whatever else. But this liverking guy is nothing like the Rock. He's nothing like Hugh Jackman who played Wolverine. He's nothing like Sylvester Stallone. If y'all remember any of the Rocky outfits, and I remember being overseas when he got held up at the airport over there. I never knew what happened in that story, and I was playing professional football in Europe, so I remember these things, and he was doing it way back. So I don't think nothing came about it, but he was an actor, so I was well aware that actors who get into superhero shape or the best shapes out there possible are using stuff, but we never heard anything about it. It was just like a silence in the Hollywood. We know these guys don't gain these physique, and then you see them months later, and their physique is nothing. That's when you can tell guys are not natural, stuff like that. Once they get off, they lose all that muscle. But guys with longevity who done built their muscle over time, that's when you know, hey, that was a lot of hard work, muscle maturity, density, graininess that comes naturally from building physiques for years. So you can achieve it, but we just used to all the social media influence and stuff like that, men and women abusing something. And like I say, it don't take much. It's a couple antibiotics out there that does pretty much minimum damage, and you can take it safely, especially under the doctor prescription. And I'm not totally against those things, especially like the TRT and stuff like that, which a lot of people do it because low testosterone in America, especially, is a crisis. I mean, I know a lot of people don't realize what kind of stats it's looking like, but when I did this in another video, I think testosterone 101 or something like that on this channel. Look back at it, man. The stats from when my pops dose came up is pretty much half of that test levels for average men is gone. So that's when we see men being less manly, or then you don't feel yourself because you don't have the energy, stamina, sex drive, none of that other stuff. And I guess I think we say the Liver King, he was on that HGH, but once he did his blood work and stuff like that, he has low HGH in him system. That's why he can take natural HGH to help your body naturally produce it, but your body can't absorb anything you take in. I don't care if it's supplements or whatever else. You can't absorb or utilize most of it, period. So why abuse it? Because that ain't, you see now, it ain't yielding results if the claims are true that all the stuff that he was taking was factual, which nobody has any idea if it's factual or not. But it's just I'm I'm not in agreement of what he did or how he did it or conducting it because I don't really follow the guy. Like I said, his physique looks standard, but false advertising is false advertising. And if any legal situations come, that's when the government come into it, just like they did with my Redcon and other supplement companies who put false labels or claims on it, on their bottles and stuff like that from way back. That's not tolerated in the U.S. in the United States or probably overseas in supplement companies. So it's a crackdown on supplements. But if your supplements, you make supplements or produce them and they claim to do a certain thing and they actually work, then that's not illegal, people. So you can have a spokesman, which I call what the Liver King is a great spokesman. He made millions of dollars in there. So I don't think nobody, me morally, where I come from, I couldn't do it. I couldn't claim I'm eating this raw liver and stuff. I wouldn't even do it myself. But you eating that way, but the training part, I can see it because this guy actually works hard. If he's training 6 times a day, twice a day, and stuff like that. And remember, he's not bodybuilding, but you can't recover from that period. You can do it for a while in your younger age, but I'm pretty sure this guy's older than me or right along that same age. Once you get in your 40s, I don't care who he is, you cannot fight all father time. So that's why I say, who else is they gonna expose to Rock or all these other superstars or athletes and stuff like that who claims to be natty, Michael Hearn and stuff like that. I mean, you see them now, even the Rock, Michael Hearn, you see age catching up with these guys. They're staying lean and in great shape. And the Rock, he got, oh man, great chefs. And I'm pretty sure he's not eating the way regular people eat. So you can take that so far. So if he did have to take anything, I don't think he's taking anything unnatural. I put it, or illegal. So you can claim natural. A lot of people say that you're not natural, you're taking protein, which is I guess is supposed to enhance you and stuff like that. Because literally, if we taking any supplement, we're not natural. So, but for years and years, I'll say 42 years, I was totally against any antibiotics or what they call steroids and stuff like that. And I never researched it and stuff. But I started coaching a lot of clients, men and women, and I see what was going on, and I went to researching to find out what's out there, what people shouldn't take or what they should take. Because especially in Georgia, I know a lot of women that take stuff more than men, and I start recognizing clients, and I even stopped training some women, especially competitors, because I seen the hormone imbalances and the